Dear students, I have come with a new module, Computation of Trend Values using Method of Moving Averages. In this module, we are going to learn two problems to establish the method. Computation can be based on odd number of years and even number of years. So one problem is based on odd number of years and second one is based on even number of years. So that is how we are going to compute both the methods, and you will learn this at the end of this module. Now, see, in the case of when you are computing moving averages, data can be averaged for 3 years, 5 years or 4 years or 8 years. So 3 and 5 odd years, 4 and 8 even years. So the number of years selected can be either even years or odd years. So the computation is slightly different. The total value is written against the middle position. Now I am talking about the odd numbers. See, if you are taking 3-year average, so the values will be there. And when you're taking the total, 3-year total, so you will write the value against the second year. So first 3 years we will take the total and write the total against the second year. Then the average also will come against the second year. This is if you're taking 5-year total, first 5-year total you will take, then you will write the total against the third year because that is the middle year. The average also you are writing against the third year. So this is possible if it's an odd year. But if it's a even year, the computation is slightly different. I will explain with the problem. So this 4 years or 8 years, we have to different computation. Now later it will be averaged according to the number of years taken. So I am telling you again, the computation is slightly different that we are going to learn with the help of the problem. So first problem, calculate 5-yearly and 7-yearly moving averages for the following data about the number of commercial failures in India during 2005 to 2020. So year 2005 it is 23, 2006 is 26, 2007 28, 2008 32, 2009 20, 2010 12, 2011 12, 2012 10. Now 2013 it's 9, 2014 13, 2015 11, 2016 14, 2017 12, 2018 9, 2019 3 and 2020 1. Now we have to do the computation. So the first column is year. Now second is number of failures. So this is what is given in the question. Now first we are going to do the 5-year moving total. So how you will do that? So 5-year meaning third year is the middle year. So that is 2005, 6, 7, 8 and 9 values you will take the total. That is 23 plus 26 plus 28 plus 32 plus 20. So the total is 129 that you will write against 2007, that is the middle year. Similarly, 5-year moving averages, this 129 divided by 5, you will write the average against the third year, 25.8. When you're coming to 7-year moving total, so the middle year is the fourth year. So the first 7 years values you will take and you will write against the fourth year, that is 153. 7-year moving averages, how you will write? 153 divided by 7, you will write against the fourth year. So that is 21.86. Similarly, you have to compute all the values. When you are calculating the next second year for 5-yearly moving total, 2005 value you have to skip. Then you have to take the total from 2006, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this is how we are taking all the variations into account. We have learned that 4 variations are there, 4 types of seasonal, cyclical, irregular, all this can affect the values. So that is why we are trying all this, all the possible changes we are trying to accommodate. So the first value you will leave, then you will calculate the next 5. 7-yearly meaning first 5 value we will leave, then the next 7 you will take. Like that you will compute the computation. So this table, it's followed by the next computation. This also the same method is followed. However, you are calculating for 5 years and 7 years. Now, this is how you learn that odd years you are taking 5 years or 7 years, the computation you have learned. You are taking the total. First 5-year meaning first 5-year value you are taking, then you are writing the total against the middle value. You are averaging with 5 and you are writing the average against the third year. If it's 7, you are writing the total against the fourth year. Average also you are writing in against the fourth year and you are dividing by the 7. So that is how you computed that. Now we are coming to the second problem. Here the computation is 4-yearly moving averages for the following data based on the moving averages. Here the problem is you cannot select one year as the middle year, whereas it's possible for odd years. So that is why I told you computation is slightly different. So the question is year 2009 and tons of cargo cleared. up to 2020 it's there. 2009 is 1102, 2010 1250, 2011 1180, 2012 1340, 2013 1212. Now 2014 1317, 2015 1452, 2016 1549, 2017 1586, 2018 1476, 2019 1624, 2020 1586. Now the solution I have explained, but I am going to explain it again with the problem. So first 5 4-year totals are added and written in between the second and third year values. So this is 4-year total we will take, again 2-year total we will take. So when you are averaging, you are dividing by 8. So that is the computation. So first 4 values you will take and you will write the total against the second year and the third year. The next column is the 2-year totals. So that meaning whatever values appeared for the 4-year total, you take the first 2 total and you will write against the third year. Then the last column is 4-yearly moving averages. So now you have total 4 years and 2 years. That meaning the average we are dividing by 8 and that you are writing against the third year. So first total, 4-year total you are writing in between the second year and third year. Then the second column is 2-year total. From the 4-year total, you are taking the first 2 values and you are adding that and you are writing against the third year. Next column is the average. That meaning average will be the total of 2-year column divided by 8 because 4 years and 2 years you have added twice. So you are divide and you are writing the value against the third year. This is the computation. Now if you see that to the year tons of cargo cleared, 4-yearly moving total, 2-yearly moving total and 4-yearly moving averages. See the first one you have to remember 2009, 10, 11 and 12. These values are total and you are writing against the second year and third year. 4872. The next total will be leave 2009 and take the next 4 values 2010, 11, 12 and 13. That is how you will get 4962. Now the next thing is 2-yearly moving total. That meaning this 4872 plus 4962. This you have to write against the third column. Next 2-year total will be leave 4872. Take the total of 4962 and 5049. That is 10,031. Now 4-yearly moving averages 9,854 divided by 8. That is how you will get 1237.75. Next value 10,031 divided by 8. You will get 1,253.875. Like this you have to compute that. So this is very important. You have to remember that this is how even numbers you have computed. Now odd numbers we have learned and even numbers computation we have learned. Now there is a limitation for method of moving average. Trend values cannot be computed for all the values. See in the first problem we have seen that when you are taking 5-yearly moving total, first 2 years and last 2 year values are not there. When you are taking 7-yearly, the first 3 years and last 3 year values are not there. When you are taking 4-yearly total, second problem when we have learned that first 2 years and last 2 years values are not there. So that is the main limitation of this method. All the values, if you want to take proper decision, we need values for all the years. But this method is not providing values for all the years. So the trend values cannot be computed for all the years. 3-yearly moving average, trend values cannot be computed for the first and last years. 5-yearly meaning cannot be computed for the first 2 and the last 2. 4-yearly trend values cannot be computed for first 2 and the last 2. So this is what I want to explain. Thank you.